So this first question that we're doing is on the 2015 G codes. I was wondering if you're aware of Medicare not approving many of the new 2015 CPT codes. They'll be continuing with the 2014 codes, but will need to assign G codes. I found a lab code on the CMS website and yesterday, but have not seen the G codes for GI and radiology and oncology. Well, I went and did some research and I found two fantastic websites. This first one is a preliminary analysis of the key provisions for 2015 for radiology and oncology. Again, quite amazing. As Laureen's pulling that
Just
up.
tell me if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and
you want me to
pull
show
that
that
link. Yeah. Okay, and I think we'll have to make it bigger because I can't read that. What this is, again, this was a preliminary bulletin. As you scroll down on this, let's go down to where we're seeing the codes. Right here is some of the reimbursement codes, but as you go down farther, we're going to see those G codes. And this is a group that specifically did a study for this. Keep going. You'll want some of this other information that's on there, but oh, okay. I guess you'll have to go back up, find the G codes in there. Okay, stay right there. Go down just a little bit.
Right there?
No, go down a little bit.
Give me an example code.
It doesn't have the codes. It just says G codes. It's a statement. And
there we go.
If you guys are in a document like right there, this is where I want to be. If you guys are in a document where you want to look something up, Laureen just did this. Just hit Control F and see how that does a universal lookup, and you can put that in. So what this statement stated was CMS moved forward with the proposed policy to eliminate some of the codes. And that was G0339 and G0340 in the Medicare Fee Schedule. And as they did the hospital outpatient setting last year. Now, CMS is proposing that only, these, which it's small based, the radiosurgery codes remain on the Medicare Physician Fee Schedule for 2015. For 2014, those G codes are carrier priced in the freestanding setting, and therefore some regional Medicare administrative, some MACs and stuff. This website, though, gave, as you read the whole document, and the link is on there, so you'll be able to go back and reference it, but it is giving you a location. I keep trying to drive. I need the screen to go up just a little bit to those 7 codes right there. 7,000 codes.
Right there?
Nope, down.
There?
Up, down. No, that's odd. You know what? Go back to the main page. Those right there, those delivery, radiation treatment deliveries and stuff. That is going to, those codes right there, codes affected by proposed removal of radiation treatment vault. These are codes that you definitely need to be aware of. Okay, this when I was going through the code list and the changes. Now, if we go back to the original answer sheet. Next, this 2015 Medicare Physician Fee Schedule, putting the pieces together for GI. This is actually a PowerPoint presentation. Amazing. And I wanted to add the whole PowerPoint presentation because it is that good. I even asked Laureen, I said, can we use this? Because if you, and you'll have the link, scroll down. This is just telling them how to access the PowerPoint presentation. But this is going to tell you all, stop right there. It says, I like that, how they said the voice of the GI, this is directly from a GI organization. They said they heard us, and the revelation of the colonoscopy code family was delayed, not stopped, which is a huge deal for these GI guys, if you can imagine. And so there is new things happening in CMS for them. So let's go to the next slide. We won't go through all of those because there's several, but again, as you're researching, they're going on to even tell you about 2016. Excellent. I mean, I was just eating this stuff up. I would have loved to have heard this presentation. So you got to prepare now for the changes that are going to happen in 16. Scroll down another one. Laureen's not going to have any time to type for questions because she's driving.
I did give you control if
Oh, you did? Let's see here. Maybe delayed. So the 2015 reimbursement for lower GI endoscopy, again, several changes happened here. CMS will be reimbursing at the 2014 levels. That's very important to know. The new 2015 lower GI endoscopy CPT codes will not be recognized by Medicare for 2015. Okay? And I'm scrolling down. Is that me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Great. Then it goes into about the upper the GI and the changes that were made. Now they're going to actually show you the CPT codes and the prices. So from 2013 all the way up to the percentage of changes for 14 and 15, and in 15 non-facility payments. Again, this is incredibly valuable for those of you who are dealing with the GI, but this is only the tip of the iceberg what these slides give you. Let me scroll down here and show you some more stuff. I just got all giddy over this thing, and oh my gosh, I can't believe I landed it just finding this information right here. The modifier 5253, the decision tree, they changed that. There are new codes for 2015, which is in this presentation, that you can go and use, and then billing G code services in 2015 and new services. Now, they changed the definition of a colonoscopy. Again, as a coder, this is something that you're going to need to know. What they actually did was they added may include. And you know as a coder that one word can make a huge difference. So I had actually heard about this, so I'm glad that they brought that up. New definition of a colonoscopy, and the modifier 53 and 52, they put the decision tree up for you. Now, they gave you some codes on the parallel concepts of the endoscopy for 2015, and just let me scroll down here real fast. And we'll be through this actually, but they have excellent examples. Oh, like I said, it was very fun. Final rule. Okay. They talked about that. So, and they also said right here, delayed publishing updates for the RVU for the lower endoscopic codes. They give you examples, established G codes to mirror those 2014, and the CPT codes that were deleted in 2015. And then here is a list of those codes, old, G, and new codes. So, old codes, colonoscopy through stoma, you've got your code, then you have their G code for 2015 and the new code for 2000. Oh, I'm hearing feedback, Laureen.
I fixed it, sorry.
Okay. And so also the flexible sigmoidoscopy and the colonoscopy. Great stuff. Just scroll through these real quick because there's several here. And again, you'll have reference to this. The website was noted. But I think this particular presentation that was put out by the ASGE answers just every change that has to do with GI. Okay, so I'll just scroll down through the rest of that. I think that gives you some other good links. That's about it for them, guys. Again, great website. I'm going to go ahead and let Laureen.
Vicki said you're making her dizzy.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
I should say that. Go back to the main screen because I think there's one more website I wanted to just mention.
This one or your
No.
answer sheet?
Yeah, answer sheet. And crosswalk codes from 2014 to 2015. Again, excellent website for you. And this is for gastroenterology. And I think you're going to be able to find almost all of your answers probably right here. So I'll just shut your eyes for a minute, guys. Don't let me make you dizzy. I'm just going to give you a peek at this because honestly, it's way too much information to go over in one setting. But the highlight is that real quickly, you can see, there you go, 2014 CPT and the 2015 HCPCS with the description. Okay, and I could highlight some of those, but look at all the differences. There's buku kinds of colonoscopies, but everything you need is going to be right there. Okay.
And I'm going to try and paste these questions here.
I think is it going to let me drive back to the main one? I'm going to attempt that. Normally we don't do slides like that, guys, just for you new people, where you can just show them a website and everything. We do them much more detailed, but actually there was just way too much information to put on an answer sheet or in the slides. So
hold on one second, Alicia. What I'm going to do is grab these websites for them.
Oh, so they can. Good idea.
I'm putting them in the chat, guys. Hopefully you can see the links for those that were asking for them. So these are the 3 links that Alicia just shared. So if you want to grab them out of the chat, you should be able to see them. And that's
definitely bookmark them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I did notice that doing some research for some of the other slides, people will say, well, I tried to find this, because I know before they ask us, they're out there looking as well. But sometimes you just have to tweak the way you look at something. It wasn't with these. It was actually one of the other slides that I noticed. But definitely lots of changes for those G codes and exciting stuff going on.